There is no freaking swine flu. It's all rubbish. It's my mighty juiced Penguins, my crappy team. Fantasy God Lance. Philly Mega Man. What do you think? I don't care what you think. Very nice threesome. Chad Ocho de Cinco de Mayo. I don't appreciate that garbage. No sweat up my balls.
And slumber party that Michael Jackson told.
Yeah. Biofreeze flu. They're not convinced that I can hear things, and they're not convinced I can speak.
Well, that fat ass would just lay on him and that's it.
Welcome, boys and girls, to the Week 9 Fantasy Football Preview Show. We've got a big lineup today. We've got an interview with Bolin. We also have an interview with Steve. But before we get started, I wanted to give a little something special for Mr. Raj. Here you go, sir. I know how you love those spinning pictures. Look at them things spin. You gotta like it. Alright, enough of that nonsense. I do want to say great job to Alex on his podcast. And I'm still waiting on the three-way podcast from the guys in New York, I think. A lot of talk, not a lot of podcasting being done. Anyway, I want to see something. Come on, fellas, get the job done. Alright, let's get right into my story of the week. Well, as you know, I'm not the most intelligent guy in the world. Biggest example happened the other day. I get back from the gym, and of course the first thing I do is I take a shower. Now I've probably taken 10,000 showers in my lifetime, but this had never happened to me. So I get out of the shower, start toweling off, look in the mirror, my hair is still full of shampoo. I forgot to rinse my freaking hair. Never in my life have I forgotten to rinse my hair after being in the shower. Pretty bloody ridiculous. I don't know what was going on. But with that said, let's get straight into matchup number 1. We have the Happy Hour Heroes sitting at 6-2, going against the Sweatpants at 3-5. Alright, the big story in this matchup looks to be Jonathan Stewart's health. He practiced fully on Friday for Ollie's team and looks to be ready to go, even though he's listed as questionable. I also think a key to this matchup is the Sweatpants' Matt Hasselbeck, who plays against Detroit this week. That could be a huge game for them. Drew Brees gets Carolina, so I do like the quarterback matchups for the Sweatpants. Happy Hour Heroes also has Tom Brady going against Miami. I don't love that matchup, although I do love Tom Brady. Also Phillip Rivers against the struggling New York Giants team. Ollie boasts a lineup that also carries Cedric Benson and Brandon Marshall and Steve Smith. A lot of good players. He's got a couple guys on a bye, so he's forced to start Spencer Hayner. Apparently he's a linebacker. I don't know what's going on there. The guy's a linebacker, Ollie. Why are you starting a linebacker at your tight end position? I know he's got tight end eligibility, but the guy's a linebacker. Alright. Get that lineup changed. But I'm going to go with Team Happy Hour Hero, despite ESPN's pick of 159 to 127 in favor of the upset-minded Plaxico's Sweatpants. Not really sure what ESPN's thinking on this one. I guess Plaxico's team does have Clinton Portis, Wes Welker, Chad Ocho de Cinco de Mayo, Antonio Gates. Starting 2 tight ends with Vernon Davis in there, I guess. I don't know. Looks kind of ugly to me. I'm sticking with Happy Hour Heroes. That's matchup number 1. Moving right along to matchup el número 2, we have the Neverland Slumber Party sitting at 5-3 on a 2-game losing streak against Oh You Know I'm Still Yankin', who's at 4-4, 500, but they are riding a 3-game winning streak. ESPN picks the Slumber Party to be victorious, 143 to 129. All I really see on Oh You Know I'm Still Yankin' squad is Maurice Jones-Drew. Honestly, everybody else sucks donkey balls. We got Carson Palmer, Michael Vick, Lawrence Maroney. Steve Smith's actually been much better lately. I think he had 20 points in his last game. That's pretty good. Kevin Walter stinks. Don't like John Carlson. Johnny Knox from the Chicago Bears. I don't like him either. Just looking up John Carlson's numbers. Let me just read these to you. He started off with 27 points in week 1. After that, he went 10, 5, 8, 5, 7, 6. Not great numbers. Maurice Jones-Drew, on the other hand, is freaking awesome. But that's all he's got. Let's see. Neverland has a pretty good squad this week. Matt Schwab, very good. Matt Castle, not so much. Last game, threw 3 interceptions, only had 5 fantasy points. Not good at all. But we still have Ronnie Brown, Ray Rice, Maurice Colston, Dwayne Bowe, Greg Olson, Santonio Holmes. Yeah, this one's pretty freaking easy for me. I'm taking Neverland Slumber Party. I think they're going to mop the floor with John's team. Still yanking, going down. His Yankees won the World Series. He doesn't deserve to win fantasy anyway. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call that the end of part 1 of this week's podcast. It'll probably be a 2 or 3-parter since we still have the interview with Steve and with Bolin to go. So be sure to check back in for parts 2 and 3. Alright, see you in a bit.